Hello, I'm Jeff Myers, and welcome to Elgin Today. On this edition, Mayor David Captain guest for his segment is Assistant City Manager Karina Nava. The conversation is about the 2023 five-year new strategic plan for the city. We talk with Tanner Melvin of the Side Street Studio Arts, and we tour the building at 62 South Grove, the future home of Side Street Studio. And back it was with a big crowd and lots of scary fun for Nightmare on Chicago Street. We'll have these stories and more on this edition of Elgin Today. All right, we're talking with Andy Stoll. Andy, we know you so well. What a night. We're enjoying this tonight, aren't we?
It's an incredible night. You know, it's you get everybody out after a couple years off to see this kind of turnout is very impressive.
And you got the corner spot right here, so you see it all from your front door.
Well, I don't like to brag. But yeah, it is. I feel like this is one of the best spots in the whole section here, yeah.
Oh, well, it's great. You see all your old friends tonight, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah, lots. I mean, being born and raised in Elgin and having a business here, see a lot of people that you haven't seen in a while, so it's always a great night to meet with people.
We always love to talk with you because you love your Elgin, don't you?
I love Elgin, born and raised here. I wouldn't have it any other way.
First and foremost, honor to meet you.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yo, seriously, I have nothing but love for you. Yo.
Oh, you're most kind. You're a great artist, young man. What's your name?
Joel Amor.
And you created this here?
This one here, yes, I did.
And you created something that we see in Elgin as well all the time.
Here and there, a few different businesses and whatnot, yeah.
What's your most proud creation?
Just supporting the community as a whole. I mean, there's suicide prevention. There's too many to name. Different local businesses, restaurants, and just glad to be a part of the team. Yo, I'm so happy right now. You have no idea.
We appreciate your talent and great things. And you love Elgin, obviously, don't you?
Yo, born and raised, home property, Elgin High.
Yeah,
2008.
Oh, you're a young man. And you are?
My name is Seneca Evans. I'm from Elgin. Graduated from Elgin High in 1995.
I know that we remember you well, young man.
Yes, sir.
You enjoy this event here, don't you?
I do. I come here down here every year to pay homage and have some fun. And
what's your favorite part? A lot of people?
A lot of people.
Yeah,
see
really
old faces from high school and things like that.
A lot of people, a lot of costumes.
Definitely. Give me some ideas for next weekend.
Yeah.
Sorry for party rocking.
See? Yeah. It's a lively crowd here tonight.
Lively crowd.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. It's good to see you, though,
Yeah,
Jeff.
good to see you. Congratulations. We love to have you coming out, and we love Elgin High.
Definitely.
Take care.
Yeah, we stopped making chocolates tonight to come out to the Chicago Fest Nightmare.
Oh,
And the gummy bears. Don't forget those
And the gummy bears. We didn't make them
you're
either.
so dedicated. You were telling folks about some of the costumes you saw tonight. Is that right? Turn to the camera.
Yes.
What did you see?
I saw Willy Wonka.
You saw a lot more, didn't you?
Yeah, and a
Willy
little
Wonka
bus.
here.
Yes, and a nun. Where's the treasure?
We always have a
Hey,
pirate.
get over here. Get over your treasure chest. There's the treasure chest. Get over here.
Wow.
Get over here, treasure chest.
I want to read my book, so come on
Look
over.
at this
How's
one.
it going?
Oh, don't look at that.
Where am I looking?
Well, that's being responsible.
We need extra
Cover it
light.
up. Cover it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Turn
Cover
yourself
that
on.
up.
We need more light. We're going to talk with a business lady right now here at Nightmare at Chicago Street. You are?
Tiffany with Blush by Tiffany LLC, and also known as Tiffany Sweets and Savory Kitchen.
Wow, congratulations. You're quite the entrepreneur, aren't you?
I am.
You're having a great time here at Nightmare, aren't you? You're having a fun time. Your husband's having a fun time, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's talking to him. Yeah.
He's not even here right
He's
now.
in costume.
Yeah, he's. What?
I could be a stand-up comic if you were in the audience.
You guys got to come to Nightmare on Chicago Street. It goes down here.
You can laugh your troubles away if you come
We're
out.
having a great time.
Who's your friend in back?
That's Monty, my cousin. Hello.
We're kind of backstage right here. We're in 56 South Grove. And you, young man, are what? What's your title here tonight?
I'm the costume director.
Costume director, and you're part of the team, is that right?
Yes.
But you also act.
No, not acting, just assisting.
You're just assisting?
Yes.
And you're all in that garb just assisting?
Oh yeah, just fun.
You must be dynamite on Halloween. What's your name?
Brittany.
Brittany, and you are?
Jennifer.
This is your young son?
Yes, it
It was his acting debut tonight, was it? What's your first name?
Oliver.
Oliver, and you loved it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, he's headed for the big time. And you are?
Rachel.
Okay, now costuming. You costumed all these kids here
Yes,
today?
sir. And a couple of them clowns.
Oh, those clowns over there. Hello, clowns. Wave to the audience. So you probably had a costume like 150 people tonight, didn't you?
Just about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's a full house.
Yeah.
And you love doing this, don't you?
Love is a strong word.
You're fond of your work.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
5 days of work. How did it turn out?
It was 5 days of chaos, and then at 6 o'clock when the show goes on, it's we're good. We made it. Done.
And you did what tonight?
I was a costume assistant as well.
Were there any tricky costumes tonight? Or they're all tricky, aren't they?
Well, I was in charge of the list, so...
Oh, the list?
Yeah.
Not one list went out without the proper garb. We're proud of that, aren't we? Congratulations, my dear.
Thank you.
Have you done this before?
No, this is my first time.
Will you do it again?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe in show business means yes, you know that. Judy Brownfield does a wonderful job, doesn't she?
Oh, every year.
Yeah.
Every year. She does so much work.
She does.
And it's amazing. It's all up here, too.
Yeah,
so it's like, you got a question, you go ask Judy.
And Melinda's good as an assistant.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's all good crew, and there was. And you, young man, again, you'll remember this night forever, won't you?
What was your favorite part?
Scaring.
Scary. Well, my favorite part was the pizza, but we won't talk about that.
It was fun watching everyone collaborate and watching these guys do their part and collaborate with the actors to create a vision and all the work behind it and the safety and all the concerns that go into it to run an amazing event. We're really happy to be a part of it.
Uncharted testimonials. That's what we like about these videos. Congratulations. And
We'll be back next year.
We'll see you next year. Let's all do 1, 2, 3. We'll yell out Nightmare on Chicago Street, okay?
Sure.
1, 2, 3.
Nightmare on Chicago Street.
We're at 62 South Grove. Tanner Melvin with us, the future home of Side Seat Studio Arts. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is. Yeah, we're lucky enough to work with Foundation that we've been working with for a while now, and we just closed in March earlier of this year, and yeah, we've been in here just kind of cleaning up. There was a lot of stuff in here before with the previous owner, and they got most of it out, but I've been in here with some help with some friends, and we've been cleaning stuff up and trying to get ready for today's open house.
We saw all the floors. Downstairs, you got the low ceiling. That's where they're going to be classes. But then 1 and 2, you got show material, don't you?
Yes, so we're designing the area to be really flexible. So we'll be able to have different events, but also different classes in the main gallery space where we are now on the first floor. We'll be able to have different classes upstairs, maybe eventually classes on the rooftop. But the lower level will definitely be our lab space and the primary educational space for our students.
The floor we're on right now, tell us what you got in your mind.
Yeah, so this is our this is the first floor, right? Entrance right onto Spring, or excuse me, I'm gonna have to get
South Grove.
Yeah, it's not Spring Street. It's gonna be South Grove Avenue. Yeah, so it's approximately 5,800 square feet, about 18-foot ceilings. We have exposed brick right now, but what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be doing a combination of drywall for gallery usage, and then lots of little tricks and things that are going to be involved into the space itself. For
you're on one.
Yes, the entire space, but definitely. But first floor is definitely going to be our primary gallery space. We'll be able to carve it up, maybe have a couple different exhibits going on in the same space at one time. We're still working on that with programming and such.
Exciting times. We should tell folks that you won't be in here until March of 24. You're projecting.
That's the guesstimate, as they like to call it. Yeah.
Oh, you'll do it.
Yeah. So we're hoping to be able to do that. We should have our blueprints back in the next couple of weeks. We'll be able to put some numbers to our designs, and then we'll really be able to break out for fundraising.
How old is this building? We saw a furnace downstairs that goes back to 1893.
That was a patent on that big boiler. We are going to be incorporating that. We're going to salvage that and being able to use it as a talking point.
Really?
Yeah. The building we think was built either in 1899 or 1900. So we've seen a couple different plans and a couple different dates on those plans. So it's a lot. It's an old building. It was originally half this size, and they added on to it, we believe, in the 20s. To create an extra,
speakeasy, probably.
No, from what I can tell, the research that we've done, the Elgin History Museum, Tricia Floor, she did a lot of research for us as well. no speakeasies, but I guess it wouldn't be promoted anyway if it were in the history, in the newspapers if it were. So.
Tanner, we'll continue to talk with you as this progresses. It's exciting. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much. It's super. We're just so stoked, and we can't do it without the help from our community, so we really appreciate it.
That's our look, 62 South Grove.
Your current location still?
Current location is at 15 Ziegler Court and also at 11 and 13 South Spring Street. So we're in 2 different buildings, 4 different addresses technically.
So we won't miss a thing. And you're going to
let's
be
hope
like,
not.
Of the art world, you're going to be Wrigley Field of rooftops in the future, you said.
Let's fingers crossed. Let's hope so, right?
All right, thank you, sir. Tanner Melvin.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Thanks, guys.
Once again, it's time for our segment with Mayor David Captain. We're indoors right at your basic home here at City Hall. And Mayor, you've got a great guest for us today.
We do. For the November show, this is something that's pretty important for the city. We're in the process of doing a new strategic plan. And Karina Nava's spearheading this for the city, and she's going to talk to us today about what a strategic plan is and what the plans are for the city of Elgin. Right. So the first thing, I think this is an important part for the community to be involved in how the city actually runs. And Karina, explain to us what the strategic plan is and how the process is going to get started.
You're so popular every 5 years, aren't you, with that? Well, yeah. Congratulations on all the great work you do over the years.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here. So a strategic plan is basically a roadmap for the city for all the work that we do within the next 5 years so that we can reach our vision for the city. And so part of that is the city council, the mayor and the city council, part of that is staff, but a big part of this is the residents, the community. So we want to hear what are their priorities, where do they see the city in the next 3 to 5 years, and we want their voice to be represented in the strategic plan. So in the month of October, we have community input meetings, virtual and in person, where we're going to get feedback on the draft framework for the strategic plan that we have. And then from there, that's going to go back to the council. They're going to hear what the community has said, right? And then they're going to make any edits as they see fit, and then we'll have a strategic plan to work with for the next 5 years. And so, like you mentioned, the last strategic plan was from 2018 to 2022. And so a lot of that work got done. We would do strategic highlights in the budget. And so now it's this time where we're doing things a little bit differently. Mm-hmm. We hired a consultant, and so they're facilitating all of the meetings. They're facilitating the workshops with the council and senior staff. And this is really going to be, it's a labor of love. It's a lot of work, but at the end of it, we're going to have something that clearly states our vision, our mission, and how we are going to get to the goals that we set forth. And these goals are, what's beautiful about it is these goals are the ones that are put on by the council, the staff, and the community coming together, and everybody's feedback is incorporated in that. And so I think that's just going to make us a stronger community in the long run.
Wonderful. It's good to have that consultant putting everything in, in proper perspective.
Yeah, it was very helpful. And the council had, we had a retreat that was on a Friday night and a Saturday morning for 4 hours. And they led us through some discussions and talked about things that we talked about issues that we felt were important and how to flesh them out and go back to the community, get community input. We'll kind of merge things together and make a stew out of it, I guess. And how to say it any better, but that's what it'll be. But it's really important to get everybody's input into this. And in October, there were some community meetings that were spearheaded and in English and Spanish, and Karina can tell us how many of those were. And if we have to go on, if we don't get enough information, we can always do more.
That's always good to go to all sources, isn't it? It's exciting to have the folks of the city talk about it.
Yeah, so we're the 4 meetings, 2 in person, 2 virtual, and we had Spanish interpretation available at all meetings because it's important for us to make sure that the Spanish-speaking community is included as well. And we, as part of the 4 meetings, that's one aspect of the engagement, right, of the feedback we got. Our consultant also met with we have a lot of boards and commissions, and so we have chairs of those boards and commissions. So they had focus groups with them as well. We also have our community survey that we did not so long ago.
Those are nice in the modern day, aren't
yes, and so those are really going to help inform our strategic plan as well, because that's a scientifically a scientific survey. So really we have good data there, good information on what's important to people. We've got like streets and roads and public safety and lighting and parks and all of these things. So all of that is going to be put into the strategic plan.
That's nice. Modern day, you do get a lot more information, don't you?
Exactly, and that's it's a lot easier to track. And I think we update every 5 years because things do change. Many of the things are repeats. They go back, and it's been an issue here for 15, 20 years. And one of the things that always comes back is, well, we want to improve the downtown and energetic down. That's been on there for a
Universal.
long time. So we keep working at that. But now some of the things that are coming up, there's going to start discussions about the dam. Are we going to take the dam out? And that's something new that the community is going to have to make some discussions about. But I think it's important for us. We don't let it go away either. Just say we're done now and now we're finished and we don't have to hear it from anybody, because we go back and in the past few years we've started to do citizen surveys to see how we're doing, what they still think is important. Is something gone off the rails here when we have a new issue that pops up? So Karina can talk a little bit about that how that's worked out for us in the past.
Surveying, we were.
Yeah, surveys, super important. And so one of the things I do want to mention is we went through COVID, and so everything changed, right? And so that really, it's important to recognize that as part of this new plan and see how is it that we're going to change the way that we provide services if we are, right? Like how is COVID transformed the way we do business as a city? So we're really taking that into consideration. So as part of the strategic plan, the community survey results, like I mentioned, are going to be incorporated as part of this, all of the data dump that we have, right?
The data dump.
Yeah, the data dump. The community survey results are very important because they highlight, I mean, we put it together in a way where it's by theme, right? So we have public safety, we have sustainability, we have all sorts of themes on there, and the consultant is going to bring that all together and put it in the plan. So
That consultant. We have about 3.5 minutes left.
And I think it's really, Karina touched on something that's extremely important. And even though we do this plan, we write the plan up. It can be pretty extensive, and it takes a lot of money.
You read it all?
Oh yeah, I do. And it's really important that we follow that plan, but we also have to be flexible. And part of that is really in my time here as part of the city, COVID really pushed us out of what we needed to do, and how we provide services virtually at every level within City Hall and now with our city staff members. So that's important that we build some flexibility into that as well from a staff perspective. But the community was really terrific. When we worked through COVID, they understood that this is not the same. And I've been saying for a long time, we're never going to go back exactly the way that it was before COVID. Things have changed for us. And I think that's important for people to understand. This is not on a piece of granite or anything. There's still going to be a living document to a degree. And we'll have updates maybe in the next few years. We'll talk how it goes and make some changes.
Flexibility is the key, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. And I mean, we're not shy about going back and amending it if we have to, right? As things change, or maybe we're just really good and we finish the stuff really fast.
I think she said it best.
I think so. I think that's very confident. And it's some things we move in and we look at it not as a mistake, but it's something that maybe we need to change direction a little bit as time goes on. So that's fine.
We're down about 2 minutes. Did we leave anything out?
Let's see. Strategic plan, get involved.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
We always are. The citizens
Yes.
are.
And we will be posting more information on our website once the strategic plan is, adopted by the city council, which we expect to be early January of 2023.
And that's great in the modern day. We can really see what goes on.
Yep, you can. And we'll put together some more engagement materials to really, because we're going to tie it in with the budget as well. We're going to tie it into everything that we do. I mean, this is going to be a roadmap for the staff to really see, like, this is what we're working toward. So it's a really exciting time for us. I mean, last strategic plan, it's our 2018-2022 strategic principles and priorities. If anybody has seen that document, it's about 7 or 8 pages. So it's not very long.
That's not bad.
But that was a dramatic shift from the older strategic, the one that came before that, because that one was, Mayor, do you remember how long it was? It was
well over 100 pages.
Oh, my heavens.
So we really try to condense it. So I think this time around, we're going to go somewhere in the middle.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
with
that.
a little bit more substance, a little bit more of the goals, a little bit more thought out, to really just provide a clear again, roadmap for the staff, and so that the community can see too what we're working toward.
Almost out of time. Socially in October, you received flowers.
I did,
Yeah.
yes.
That was awfully nice of me, wasn't it? Oh, that was from your husband. So happy birthday. We saw them. We're looking at the flowers right now.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Mayor, any final thoughts? We have 30 seconds.
I think one final thing is, all this, we go through the whole process and it finally boils down to the city council and senior staff's job that we have to pay for everything.
Yeah.
So we can have a great vision, but we have to be able to understand how we're going to pay for that, and sometimes that becomes a roadblock for us. But we work through that as well. Jeff, thank you very much. We'll look forward to a meeting again next month.
Karina, thank you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday again.
Thank you very much.
We will scoot. That's our segment with Mayor and Guest here for the month of November.
Nos encontramos en un lugar súper padrísimo, Pro Boxing Fitness, y tenemos con nosotros a Eric Arevalo, quien sí es el dueño, el mero mero. Platícanos un poquito de qué es, de dónde estamos y qué es realmente, cuál es lo que tienes aquí, qué cosas van a estar haciendo.
Bueno, estamos en el centro de Elgin. El gimnasio se llama Pro Boxing Fitness. Estamos celebrando nuestra inauguración en nuestro nuevo local.
Porque antes estaban aquí también en Elgin, pero estaban en otra ubicación, ¿no?
Sí, estábamos en otra ubicación a una cuadra de aquí. Nos movimos aquí hace 2 semanas apenas. Estamos
recién desempacaditos.
Estamos empacando todavía. Estamos celebrando los 8 años que hemos estado aquí en Elgin. Exactamente 8 años, hace 3 semanas. Entonces,
felicidades, eso es un gran, realmente ideal, porque sinceramente estar en una cosa tan ocupado es muy difícil, ¿no?
Sí. Estamos aquí con un nuevo gimnasio y es 4 veces más grande que nuestra otra locación. Estamos tratando de ofrecer más servicios para la gente. Añadimos un gimnasio de pesas también, aparte de las clases de boxeo que dábamos. Y más clases, más horarios y más espacio para todo el mundo, para que...
Si venimos aquí vamos a salir ya bien listos para el deporte.
Ejercicio y dieta, muy importante.
¿Y qué van a estar haciendo? ¿Qué cosas? ¿Van a hacer pesas? Veo que tienen aquí para boxear.
De todo un poco. Tenemos clases a niños, adultos. Niños los empezamos a los 6 años.
Okay.
De 6 años a 12 años sería la clase de niños. Clase de adultos básicamente de 13 años para adelante. Pueden usar la clase 7 días a la semana, en la mañana, en la tarde.
¿Hasta los domingos?
Los domingos.
Wow.
Los domingos también. Estamos abiertos 7 días de la semana. Y
¿a qué horas abren?
Ahorita abrimos a las 8 de la mañana. Cerramos a las 9 de la noche.
Okay.
Y el horario de las pesas es el mismo, pueden venir a hacer ejercicio.
¿Personas se pueden registrar solamente para venir a hacer pesas o solamente venir a boxear? ¿Hay diferentes cosas o hay algo que viene y haces de todo? ¿Cómo es eso?
De todo un poco, lo que quieran.
Okay.
Ofrecemos membresías solamente para el weight room, las pesas. Ofrecemos membresías solo para las clases y para la gente que quiere tomar todo. Hay
una combinación,
para
puro músculo.
Sí, hay una membresía para pesas y para clases, todo incluido.
Muy bien, Eric. Y en sí, si alguien quiere venir, ¿cuál es tu enlace?
Nos pueden visitar a nuestra página de internet, es proboxingfitness.com. En Instagram es el mismo nombre, Proboxing Fitness. Facebook también, mismo nombre, Proboxing Fitness. Y estamos ubicados en 30 DuPage Court, Elgin, Illinois. El código postal es 60120.
Aquí en el mero corazón de Elgin. ¿Y cuántos entrenadores hay aquí?
Tenemos 4 entrenadores que nos dividimos la clase entre semana, mañana y tarde y fines de semana. Y tenemos otros entrenadores también, pero ellos se encargan más en dar entrenamiento personal. Solo dan clases, nada más dan personal training.
¡Qué bien! Es que realmente hay un poquito de todo. No se lo pierdan, Pro Boxing Fitness. Aquí, muchas gracias, Eric, por compartirnos un poco de información. Es que si quieren venir aquí, estamos disponibles online también, ¿verdad?
Gracias.
Hasta luego. Hoy nos encontramos con muchas personas bien talentosas. Una de ellas es Pascual Herrera, que es una autora y en sí tiene muchas historias muy interesantes y creo que nos da muchos mensajes. Me tuve el honor de escucharla hablar ahorita y nos dijo un poquito de un libro que tiene, que acaba de escribir. Una cosa que me llamó mucho la atención, ahorita nos va a decir, pero ella ha hecho que nuestros desafíos sean unas cosas positivas. Y quiero que nos platiques un poquito en sí, ¿qué te inspiró a escribir un libro?
Sí, pues después de tener 30 años como educadora, profesora en un colegio Harper, me jubilé y tenía el tiempo y mi hija me sugirió que escribiera la historia de mi vida y ese fue mi primer libro y ha tenido mucho éxito, no siempre es un valle de lágrimas. Cuento la historia de mi vida, de cómo me dio polio, pero cómo no lo dejé que me limitara en las posibilidades de mi vida y cómo logré estudiar y tener una carrera profesional. Soy casada, tengo hijas, tengo una vida normal, nada más que todo lo que hago, lo hago sentada en una silla de ruedas, pero eso no es motivo para detenerme. Y es igual a todas las personas, todos tenemos nuestros propios obstáculos, pero no debe de dictar lo que podemos lograr en la vida.
¿Y por qué un valle de lágrimas? No es siempre es un valle de lágrimas. ¿Por qué ese título?
Mi mamá, en su modo de apoyarme, de empujarme para que no me enfocara tanto en mi sufrimiento, porque tuve como 12 operaciones de niña, muchos huesos quebrados, y ella me decía, la vida es un valle de lágrimas, pero lo que importa es el cielo, y eso me decía. Y entonces ese iba a ser el título que iba a escoger para mi libro, pero después de terminarlo, descubrí que ha habido muchos milagros en mi vida positiva y no ha sido todo sufrimiento, ha habido mucha alegría, muchas bendiciones y estoy segura que cada persona puede encontrar eso si se toma el tiempo.
Creo que es una gran inspiración. A muchos nos inspiró aquí porque especialmente lo hiciste durante COVID, el tiempo donde todos estamos encerrados y muy frustrados y desesperados, y realmente volteó un momento difícil a un desafío que tuvimos, a un momento de crecimiento, un momento de inspiración. Es que muchas gracias por eso. Es decir, que realmente estamos muy agradecidos por ese ejemplo, que nosotros como latinos podemos escribir libros, podemos ponernos metas y llegar a hacerlos, ¿no? Creo que es algo muy importante.
Sí, incluso el libro de niños que también publiqué y está disponible en inglés y en español, lo escribí después de quebrarme 2 huesos el verano pasado. Mientras fui de vacaciones a California, me caí al subirme a la cama y me quebré 2 huesos. Y usé ese tiempo para algo positivo, ya que estaba enyesada y no podía salir de la cama con la computadora. Allí escribí ese libro. Entonces, todos podemos encontrar algo positivo de cada situación y es a nuestro ver de encontrarlos.
Es un valle de oportunidades que ella dice eso. Yo creo que ese va a ser el otro libro que va a tener. Y siempre anda escribiendo otro. Al rato nos viene con otro libro, porque ¿cómo se llama el próximo?
El próximo se llama La vida es un jardín para cultivar, el abecedario para una mejor vida. Y ese lo escribí en mi jardín, porque esa es una cosa que he empezado a hacer, de hallar el modo de yo mantener mi propio jardín, y me encanta. Y mientras reflexionaba ahí sobre mi vida, descubrí que ese era un bonito título, como una planta. Cada persona debe de reflexionar, aprender, seguir adelante, y es igual como una planta, se tiene que cuidar.
Qué bonito, qué inspiración. Muchísimas gracias por compartir tantas cosas tan importantes para nosotros. Es que hagan nota, escriban libros. Muchas gracias por todo. Sí. Nos esperamos hasta el... tiene un enlace donde nos puede decir, y porque también tiene otras presentaciones, ¿no?
Sí, por favor, visiten a pascualherrera.com. Ahí hay una lista de todos los eventos, porque he sido invitada a varias partes.
Por muchas razones.
Sí, por muchas razones. Y ahí tengo toda la lista de todos los eventos, más también hay fotos que van con el libro y otras fotos de interés de donde me he presentado.
Muchas gracias, qué honor. Aquí los esperamos. Hasta luego.
Y síganme en Twitter y en Instagram, Pascuala Herrera. Y ahí espero de que vean mi progreso en esta nueva carrera que me cayó del cielo.
Porque es una inspiradora también. Gracias, le agradecemos mucho. For more information, please visit cityofelgin.org. Para más información, por favor visite nuestra página cityofelgin.org. Don't forget, For city services, call 311. Call, click, connect. Para servicios de la ciudad, no olvide llamar 311, llamar, conectar y textear.